So the bottom panel brings these two together, just like this is small one on top, you have a bigger one underneath. You just slide it in carefully and sits really well. There's nothing major. I wonder if it's easier to do these two first than the bottom one. I'm guessing this might help. So I unscrew this one. But not really, it doesn't help. Or maybe I put all these things together, then I put it back. I think that's the easier way, you know, assemble all this thing, then you push it in and do the major bolts and nuts, and that's it. I think I'm gonna go do that, or you can, if you know how to do it, you can send a screw in to tight the spot. You can do it this way, but I think I'm gonna take it off, assemble it complete, like make it a complete piece, and I push it in. Then I use only 2-3 screw, which is very easy to have access on. So that's the way I'm gonna go for. Okay, I disassembled everything. Now it's gonna be, this is like a one piece. I slide it in carefully. And goes in somewhere here. Here is the complete project. This is how it looks from behind, from side. I'm trying to cover you know, most of the angles to see how the bike looks like after these changes are made. You know, and I have to say, this kit is I've been telling you this many times, you know, during these episodes. It's a really quality kit, and it adds a lot to the character of the bike. It changed the sitting position a little bit, but you know, it makes it a proper cafe racer as far as the look, ride, and everything. and it's a nice solid piece, you know, it's not wobbly or anything like that. And the most important thing is it adds about 4 inches to the length of the total length of the bike, which, you know, it makes a huge difference. With these short clip-ons, obviously, you know, like I said, you lose a little bit of comfort by you know, the sitting position gets changed a little bit, but who cares, you know, you are in love with Cafe Racer, and this is what we want, right? From this angle, you see I made some changes here too. These are Rizoma indicators. These are well made from Italy. The fender, the rear fender, has been removed. This light is the original one, what is been flipped in order to, you know, get a better shape. By sitting on the bike, the riding position, this is what you see, which is my favorite. But I made small changes here too. As you can see, this is the temperature gauge from Triumph, and this is the clock. And back there I replaced the original plastic reservoir to the metal one, which is much nicer. I don't like to see any plastic on the bike. This is the mirror from British Custom. Quality, I like it. It's not practical as the original one because it's lower, smaller, but it's safe enough. Let me put the flasher on and see how it's operating, those tiny lights. I'm sure you agree with me, this is much stronger than the original one, and very noticeable, very strong. This is like a day time. Imagine how strong it will be at night. It's really nice and sleek, small, and as you can see here, the wiring is being done in a really nice and clean way. No hanging wire, nothing like that. Everything is in proper, you know. And for the front indicator, as you can see, I use the same size light, same brand, but a different model which called Club S. The difference is you get the combination of amber light and like day running light. By switching on and off the, you know, indicator or the flasher, you can switch to the white or amber light. The other thing I like to mention here is the bracket. The bracket I have used here, as you can see, is the original one, and that's the beauty of this combination, because this light and this bracket, they meet each other really nicely, and you can do such a nice clean wiring which goes underneath of the tank, gets connected to the wiring harness, really nice and clean, and you know, seal and very solid. And I believe this light goes with the whole bike much nicer than the original indicators. This is a perfect example. You know, I have my Ducati, Sport Classic Ducati next to the Thruxton, and as you can see, I removed the fender here and I'm reinstalling, reusing this original lights. And I'm not going to get any small size indicators for the Ducati, because with the, you know, this is a muscle bike, you know, it's a retro classic bike, but the lines are much stronger and looks more muscular, and I believe this big indicator lights goes with the whole design much better. But when it comes to the Thruxton, yes, it's a retro bike, it's a classic bike, but it's a modern classic bike, and lines are smoother, narrower, and I really believe these small lights goes much better with the design. But please, if you have any question or any comment, you know, leave a comment for me, see what you think, and if you need to know how I did it, please leave me a comment. And while I have the camera in hand, let me show you something and talk a little bit about this lovely project is sitting here waiting for us to work on. This is Honda Z15, I believe it's 1972 or 3, I'm not sure. But me and my brother, we're going to start this project sometime soon. And you see this workshop is full of projects. If you are interested to see how it goes and be part of it, please consider a subscription. And also let me use this opportunity to thank you, every single of you guys, for your support and reaching out to our channel. If you are interested to see how it sounds, though I'm not using any special camera here or any microphone, but you know it's always fun to hear a bike, right? So let's see. I have to hold the clutch. This is how it sounds right now. Not bad, huh?
Here's my boy. Lovely, lovely boy.